Okay. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another blog interview for Punta Cana Wellness. Soribel Fernandez here, and today I have the pleasure and the honor to start my day on a Monday morning with Rocco Bova from Chable Hotels. Hi, Rocco.
Good morning, Soribel. Thank you very much. I hope, like me, you also like Mondays.
Yeah, there's a few of them that I do like. There's others that I need some coffee and a lot of water to get through it. But yes, it's a Monday. It's starting the day. So let's jump right in and let's talk about you. Let's talk about your journey. Who are you? How did you get into hospitality? What have been a few challenges? What are those moments that have been remarkable that get you into this world and this wellness infusion that you are so into in this world at this moment?
Sure. Thank you, Soribel. Yes, it's been about a 25 years journey. So it's not, I may look younger, but this year I'm actually turning 50. So it's a milestone year for me, 2020. And definitely one that I will never forget for many reasons. I think we all laugh together on this. Rocco, first of all, is a very happy man. You know that I think in order for any person to become an ambassador of wellness and well-being, you have to be happy with yourself. That's a fact. I don't think anyone can provide and share the values of being well if you are not well first. So one of the things that really makes my life also a lot easier is to be happy. Because if you're not happy, you keep complaining, and then obviously Mondays are not always good or great. So for me, every day is a grace, because you have to be grateful to what you have. To be healthy already is a very, very big thing, particularly today. But let's go back also to my career and how I got into hospitality. I was 13 years old, so I was very, very young. And, during summertime in Italy, where I come from, and I come from a small village by the sea, there are a lot of little bars and restaurants. So I thought, okay, instead of wandering around, why don't I go and do some work and earn some money? Because I saw some of my friends, even that young, they used to go and work as as busters or cleaners in some bars and restaurants. So I applied to a place, and the owner of this place told me, okay, come in tomorrow. You come at 8 o'clock in the morning. You start your day. So I went there, and the first day was okay. The second day, he gave me a task. He gave me 5 cases of beers to be moved from the warehouse to the bar. So while transporting them, I dropped 2 cases of beers. And I broke all the bottles in it.
Ouch.
So the owner, of course, was not very happy, and he screamed at me, and he scolded me. But I said, sorry, I didn't know. It was my first time to do certain kind of things. Anyway, the following day, he gave me 1 big trays of beer glasses to polish and to move from the cleaning area into the bar. So again, I made a big mess. I broke all the glasses. Anyway, so the owner called me, and he said to me, Rocco, how many days did you work? I told him 3 days. Okay, very good. So he gave me my pay. So he paid me fairly. Yeah? He gave me the money that we agreed he's going to pay me. This is your money, he said to me. When you're ready to work and you don't break anything, come back to me.
Yeah, okay.
So I took the money and I came back home, and I was thinking. I said, no, this is not gonna finish like that. I have to make it. So the following year, I went to another bar, and the year after, I went to another bar, and then another bar, and then another restaurant. And year after year, I started to make my reputation in my village, to the point that people were calling me. So with that, what I want to say, that everything started with the first step, and you have to have persistence and resilience, when you start a journey. You cannot expect to achieve things in one moment. And then, one good day, I was 23 years old. I met a Brazilian guy, who asked me, what do you want to do in your life? And I said to him, I don't know yet, but I like serving people and I love to travel the world. And he said to me, why don't you come to London? And I said to him, well, if you give me a chance, if you help me, because I don't speak English and I don't know how to get there. I never left my own country. He said to me, don't worry, just buy yourself a ticket and I will help you. And so I did. I bought myself a one-way ticket to go to London without speaking English, without a job, with little money in my pocket. But then the rest is history, because London was obviously a huge platform for me. I found a job immediately, basically. Those days, I'm talking about more than 20 years ago. It was very easy to find a job. You just go to an agency, pay them a fee, and they will find you work. There was plenty of work. And then I started my career. I started to work in an Italian restaurant for about a year. Then I learned English, and then I went to hotel school. I got better. I got the experience already. I had a diploma, and then I joined the Jumeirah Beach Hotel in Dubai, which was at the time, and still is, one of the best hotels in the world. And then from there, one after the other, went to Singapore. Then I went to Malaysia. Then I went to India. Then I went to Oman, Mauritius, the Caribbean, in your own country. And now I'm in Mexico, basically for the past 3.5 years, managing Chable in Yucatan.
So you did told that guy that you wanted to serve people and you wanted to travel the world, and you did.
I did.
You did. I mean, you've been doing that, because all those places, if you put it on a map, it's like you needed a new passport. Like if you kill the stamps, you're not gonna have enough pages to put the stamps on it. That's amazing. That's an amazing journey. I mean, at 23 years old, you knew exactly what you wanted to do. You were like, I want to serve people and I want to travel the world. And you did. It's incredible. Congratulations. Not everyone had that opportunity to say and do what they want to do. I mean, you can say it, but do it, actually do it. Not everyone has that energy. And I believe that what you said is important. The resilience, the consistency, the discipline to keep going, I think brought you here. So you're now in Chable Hotels, and the concept of Chable is a wellness hotel, luxury wellness hotels as it is. What exactly is, from your perspective, the key of the success of the Chable model?
Well, we need to start first from the investors, from the ownership. When you begin a business, I think that one of the most important thing is who's behind this dream, this idea, this vision. And I'm very grateful to have a great owners. The owners of Chable are Mexican. It's a family that they're very noble people, very, very noble people, and with extremely good values, even personal values. Their own personal values are very noble, and I think this is already an extremely important part of beginning a business. So when they purchase this large piece of land in Yucatan some 15 years ago, they didn't know what to do, because it's a very large piece of land with an old abandoned hacienda. There are many, many haciendas here in Mexico, and particularly in Yucatan. So when they purchased this land, they didn't know what to do. But then later, along the time that passed, they met some friend, or they talked to some people, and including some hoteliers, some people that they develop concepts and they manage hotels. So they told me, why don't you do an hotel? Why don't you build a hotel? There is nothing in Yucatan at the luxury level. And he said to them, well, that's not a bad idea. Maybe I should do that, because they also love traveling. They also like to stay in nice hotels. And he said, but if I do one, it has to be the best. So they started to put together a team of architects, designers, obviously, the management company that also helped them to develop the concept of the hotel. And when they began, one of the tagline of the hotel was shamanism luxury, because the concept of wellness was going, obviously was a crescendo, was obviously an industry that was growing year after year. But then the spiritual wellness was very, very niche, and still is.
It still is,
very,
yes.
it still is very, very niche. But then the intention of the hotel was exactly that, to focus on spiritual wellness. And again, I'll explain you also my perception and my view of spiritual wellness, because I'm relatively new to this industry. You know, my background has been mainly in the big brands, you know, that they do the traditional spa. You know, they get a massage, you have a great gym, and you know, you have a personal trainer, and that's it. But this is very, very unique as a concept. And there are not many competitors in the luxury level. In fact, probably there's none. Anyway, so they began with that in mind. They found a spiritual leader in Yucatan. That it happened that he was an expert in the Maya culture, and it happened also that she's been writing a book about the Maya culture and all the rituals that the Maya people used to do, you know, during this, you know, the past 2,000 years, you know. And she's been talking to all the elders of the various villages in Yucatan, and started to gather this knowledge to be able to not to be lost forever, because as you know, the majority of the history has been lost, obviously, you know, of the Maya people. And so they started to put together this team, and they worked on this concept. They built a beautiful resort in the Maya jungle. They built a spa around a cenote, which is also, you know, unique. I guess maybe we are the only hotel in the world with a spa with a cabin overlooking the cenote. And the cenote for the Maya people was also a sacred place. So, you know, not only is a place of energy, a lot of energy, but it's also a very calming environment, you know. And we started like that. So, you know, the first year when Chable opened, you know, he made a big noise in the industry, because there, as I said, you know, there were not many luxury hotels around the world with this kind of concept, you know. And to create one just like that in the middle of you know, of when wellness was at the peak of the trend, you know, it was fantastic. Everybody wanted to know more about it. So imagine, the hotel was not even open and people were writing about it. And basically, you know, the first big success came when we were awarded by Prix Versailles, which is an extremely important award done by people that work for the UNESCO, and they come anonymously in different hotels around the world. They stay, they pay, and then, you know, 1 month or 2 months later, they tell you whether you are selected or not. So the very first big step towards our success was actually winning this award, the Prix Versailles, in 2017, as the best hotel in the world for design and architecture. That was
wow.
a big deal. And from there, we continue, you know, with Travel and Leisure, Condé Nast, Tatler Magazine, Destination Deluxe, my God, so many. We are now at number 47. We are number 47 award, and I'm talking about very, very high level international awards. So I'm very proud of my team and what I've been doing, and also proud of our partners, because at the end of the day, we won't be here today without the support of the industry and the partners that we work with, because obviously, you know, without their support, we will not be able to get such a recognition.
Yeah, I mean, the way that you are describing the whole concept is still, like you said, is unique. Because when you think about, normally when you think about a wellness hotel, there's a lot of aspects about, like, the nutrition, the yoga, or the health programs, the gym, the trainers, but you guys are integrating something that makes it very unique, and it's the spiritual wellness. You guys are utilizing the history, you guys are utilizing the energy, you guys are utilizing nature itself to create this program that people will feel energized from the inside out. So it makes me even more so thinking, okay, my birthday is in January, so I have time to plan my visit and have my birthday in Chable in January. So let's do that. Um, what about the community? What about, because we're talking about the guests, when you come there, you're energized, but what about the Chable community? What about your employees? What about the surroundings? How you guys integrate all these wellness programs along with the environment that you guys are?
Sure. Well, wellness is also about financial wellness. That's also quite important, particularly nowadays. To be able to be financially viable is extremely important. So, two things we've been doing for the community. I'm talking about the main things, the main impact to the local community. One, I'm the only foreigner in the entire hotel. And the reason why I've been brought here is because of the experience that I have, having worked in so many countries and with so many brands and so on and so forth. But my intention is one day to hand over this hotel to a Mexican general manager. I don't think, as an expatriate, it's never been my intention to stay in a place forever. That's not really who I am. And what I hope that all expatriate general managers or people working abroad are there to teach the local people and then go and move somewhere else. The rest of our employees are all Mexican, all of them. So that's already something that we do to the community. We provide livelihood. And Chable is at about 3 kilometers from a small village, which was very dormant. There was nothing happening in this small village called Chochola. Nobody ever heard of Chochola before Chable was open. And now Chochola is becoming a very, very busy, thriving village. A lot of new business have opened. Even some of our team members, they resign from our hotel to open their own business. Imagine, one example actually is a great guy. His name is Paulino, and this guy, after once I gave them a little speech to the staff, and I told them my story, and this Paulino the day after resigned. And the F&B director came to me, Rocco, I lost Paulino, is one of our best waiter. And I said to him, why? Well, he told me that he listened to your speech yesterday and he was inspired, and then he said that he's gonna buy a motorbike, he's gonna travel around Mexico. And I said, great, what's the problem? We need to provide them opportunities. So if that is an opportunity for him to go and discover Mexico, his own country, let him go. Maybe he will come back. So anyway, Paulino went on a motorbike around Mexico for about 3 months. He came back to his own pueblo and he opened a small restaurant. And 6 months later, he came back to work with us. And about a year later, which is basically last week, I saw him again and I asked him, Paulino, how's your restaurant doing? He said to me, Mr. Rocco is doing very well. I think I'm going to leave you again. And I want to make my restaurant bigger. I'm so proud of him. He, for me, is the clear example of people that they have the resilience, the willingness to succeed, and they actually do it. They don't talk that I'm going to do, or I hope I will do that. No, they will do it. They just take action. And for me, he is my inspiration. I'm not the inspiration for him. And I hope I will do this for many others, because this is my intention, is to inspire young people to become self-sufficient. At the end of the day, there is enough out there in the world for everybody to make a living. And so, beside providing opportunity for the local area and community, we also employ people that they live within 5 kilometers, 5 to 10 kilometers area, because we don't want to employ people from all other states. Of course, we have to because of the expertise in some areas, but the majority of our team members, they come from the nearby village, Chochola, and then from the village next to it, you know, Mashkanu, Uman, for example, which are the biggest area and where we can draw talent. And even if they have no experience, it doesn't matter. You know, at the end of the day, what we're looking for is that they're serious, that they're willing to put hours, because hospitality is not, we all know that it's not a 9-to-5 job, it's a 4 hours job. Mm-hmm. And we need to be all available, you know, every day of the year. And that's basically our main support to the community. Besides many other things, of course, but this to me is already 90% of what we should do as an employer, what we should do for the community. Everything else is a bonus, of course. You know, we also help the local schools. We also do some other activities for, even we did some Zumba classes, for example, for the little village of Chochola some time back with one of our personal trainers. So these are things that they are bonus, you know, these are plus. But the basic minimum that an investor should do is to employ the local community and not bring people from other parts.
Yeah, that's very important. That sounds very encouraging, actually. Thank you for sharing that story about Paulino. I think it's a great model, and it's, as a matter of fact, it's encouraging. So for employers to help their employees to develop, it's not a jail. It's not that I'm going to take you and keep you here. I want you to give you wings and want you to train you. I want you to succeed. That's very important. I think anybody working for anyone should feel and will feel motivated working for that person. Even if you leave later on, you're always going to have that, you know, that memory that that person actually helped you to move on, to keep going, to step forward. That's really, really important. You know that we talk about how.
Paulino, welcome to come back, by the way.
I'm sorry, what?
I was saying that Paulino is always welcome to come back, obviously.
Exactly, I hear that, of course. Taking a little bit of turn, I mean, coming back into like, okay, what are we doing? Since we already said that being healthy these days is very, very important because we all know what's going on around the world. How does the model, the Chable model, looks like right now within this COVID-19 situation? What exactly does this look like?
It looks like exactly like it used to look before COVID-19. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. You know, I think that people they don't need to reinvent their business. I mean, probably some more traditional hotels they have to, but we are blessed with a concept that is exactly what people are looking for today. Exactly, you know, a place with a lot of space, nature surrounding the area, individual villas, you know, privacy, more selection for dining and going out, plenty of open air spaces. We have it all. I think we have it all. So we don't need to change anything. The only thing we had to change is to adapt in some health and safety practices, you know, which before we didn't have, you know. So for example, wearing masks, having gel station everywhere, you know, not touching guests, obviously, you know, before. I miss this a lot, you know, to be able to hug the person, you know, or shake a hand at least. You know, it's really something that I miss. But, you know, we have to respect what's happening at the moment, you know, and avoid any possibility to spread this virus. But other than that, our concept has not changed. You know, our wellness concept is exactly what it used to be before. And guess what? The moment our guests come to the hotel, they remove the mask and they ask me, where's the spa? The first question, the very first question. So people are looking for this wellness, and even there's human touch. You know, they're missing the human touch. None of our guests has asked, please wear gloves when you give me a massage. Not a single one. So imagine the need of being physically touched. How much is needed at the moment. So, we're not planning to change our strategy. The only change in strategy that we have to do is, as I say, take some measure, obviously, to avoid the spread of the virus and concentrate on the national market. We obviously know that nowadays international travelers will be much less than usual. So we decided to concentrate on our national market, which is already a good market and a very strong one. In fact, for us, for Chable, was always more than 50% Mexican coming to the resort. And now we are basically focusing 100% of the time and resources to market to our Mexican guests.
So you guys have been open for long right now?
Well, the hotel itself has been open for 4 years now. Our 4th year is celebrated in December 2020, so that's already 4 years. And then, this year, like everybody else, we closed for a couple of months because of, obviously, was an order from the government. So from the local government, we closed on the 1st of April. And then we reopened on the 8th of June. So it's been already more than 2 months that we've been reopened, and we started to see encouraging numbers, in terms of presence, of occupancy, and in terms of also returning guests. So we are having more and more guests coming back, which is a great sign also, to see guests coming back, and also family travel. There is a lot more family travel, because even Mexican now are not allowed to travel in many parts of the world. So they travel as a family. They come and stay with us, and that's also another thing that we are well equipped, because of the space that we have. We have villas that can accommodate 4 or even more people eventually, up to 5 people. And then we have 3-bedroom villa that can accommodate up to 8 people. So, we as I said, we have nearly, I can say, the perfect product for today's guest needs.
It sounds like it. I'm telling you, I'm already looking into what I'm going to take the plane. I'm just waiting for all this to calm down a little bit so I can actually take a plane. You guys are on my bucket list. Most likely January will be the time for my birthday. So it will be the perfect gift for myself. Rocco, I know that you like to teach. I hear you talking like you like to teach and empower people, that you actually thinking that at some point you would like a Mexican manager to take your position so you can keep moving and empower. So from that perspective, if someone comes to you today and tells you, you know what, I have my hotel within this situation, hospitality as it is having issues. So you need to try to step it up and do something else. What exactly will be your advice on someone that would like to embark themselves into the wellness tourism spectrum, integrating the hospitality and the wellness world in their hotel or restaurant or a business per se?
Well, if an investor has money at the moment, which is great, if you have money and you want to invest them into tourism or wellness or restaurant or whatever that is, now is the right time, because being on a kind of a pre-opening is perfect, because you don't want to be overwhelmed, with a hotel up and running. You want to open in stages now. You don't want to take all the risk at once. So if somebody has money, the first and foremost important is to have this vision very clear, and to have not just the vision to make money, but you have the vision to make good for yourself and good for others. Because if the intention is only to make money, a lot of people made huge mistakes, because no company in the world was ready for this. So all the hospitality business, tourism, travel, airlines, nobody has ever planned for a crisis like this. And nobody can actually even plan in the future, because if we get another virus or another situation similar to that, we don't know how long it's going to last. It may be 3 months, it may be 6 months, it may be 3 years. So what do we know? How much can you prepare for that? So the most important thing is don't think about money first. Think about your vision, and make sure that this vision is for the good of yourself and for the good of others. And the second thing is right now there is a lot of people that they're struggling. They probably need to sell their business because they cannot take anymore. They have loan to pay, or they have debt that cannot afford any longer. So there is a lot of opportunities around to help those people and say, listen, I've got some money, let's make a good deal. Let me buy your business, and then they can transform it into a new concept, for example, whether it's based on wellness, gastronomy, healthy eating, whatever. And the third, but not the last, more important is finding the right people to help you achieve your vision. Because if you don't have a great team around you, and if you don't have a team that works as a team, then you won't be able to succeed in achieving your vision and your dream. So with these 3 small tips, I think is already a good start. And then everything, hard work, consistency, resilience, things will come. So everything will come. I believe a lot in karma, and you only get what you give. So if you do good, you will get good. There is no question about that. One situation in my life, that really allowed me to turn page in my personal life and professional life, because from that point onwards, I started to become more productive. I started to become more who I really wanted to be. And I discovered that I was doing this for a long time. I just needed to have this happen to me and telling me, Rocco, this is you. You can do it. So one good day, my wife, God bless her, she's been my companion for 25 years now. She's coming back this coming Sunday. She's in Europe at the moment. And so one day she called me home earlier. She said to me, come home early. I want to watch a little movie with you. And I was going through some challenges at work. Okay, it was not the best time of my life, I have to say, And so she called me home, and I went home around 7 o'clock. It's very rare for me to go home at 7. Normally, I will never go back home until 10, 10:30, 11 at night. So she started to the TV, and some kind of movie started. She gave me my dinner, and then I was eating, and I was watching this movie called The Secret. Have you heard of The Secret?
Yes.
Okay. So I was watching The Secret, and I was just totally immersed in watching this documentary, because it was not even a movie; it was a documentary, well done at the time, and it really got my attention. 100% got my attention, because it was like reviving my life since I was a child, and this envisioning and this positive attract positive, and say, my God, I've been doing this all my life. But then one thing that really struck me was that the moment that the movie finished, I turned to my wife and I told her, thank you for showing me this. Tomorrow I'm going to resign. Just like that. And she told me, yes, I knew that it would happen. And that's okay. Go and resign. I know you will be happier. And so I did. So I went to the hotel. I took an appointment with the general manager, and I told him that I was going to leave him. And to be honest with you, I felt so much better, because obviously there was something inside me that was not allowing me to be 100% and feeling good. So, from that moment onwards, I realized that, if you apply the rules of The Secret, everything will unfold in front of you. And even now, even this very moment, in these very difficult times for everyone, just at the beginning, just when we closed down our hotel, I went through the first 2 weeks of, I should call it a depression. It was really awful. It was really awful to announce to my team, to 250 people, that we were going to close the hotel, and they would not be able to earn the same money that they used to earn as before, because obviously there was no service charge, there were no guests, and obviously they will only get a basic salary. But the first 2 weeks of closure for me were really hard. I really had no clue what was going to happen. I really had no clue what was going to happen in 1 week or 4 weeks or 8 weeks. Before we used to be able to plan a year ahead. Now we couldn't plan even a day ahead.
Yeah, exactly.
For 2 weeks, it was really tough. But then the secret came back, and there's no secret. So I said to myself, no, wait, no, this is not going to happen. If I get into a depression, I'm going to spread this to my team. I have to change immediately. And so I started to get into a network of people, positive people around me, within the industry and outside of the industry, and started to get this positive influence into myself. And I changed my mindset immediately, and I got into more positive. And guess what? Today I'm talking to you. I didn't know you so well, did I?
No.
I only know you recently. But
Yeah.
this is the kind of network I started to make, 6 months ago. And then I started to make more people and meet more people, and introducing me to more people. And that was incredible. There are unbelievable things happening to me without even asking. They're just happening. So if you get into this kind of mindset, then everything is possible. But then if you get into despair and negativeness, and this virus is not going to end, and blah blah blah, forget it. There's no money in the world that will allow you to survive if you get
Yeah, we
this.
do have a lot of that. And like you said, it's important for all of us to remember to be positive, to remember and to even give positive energy to the situation. First of all, for me, is let's accept what it is, accept it, stop, going against it, because what you're going to go against it for? Put your energy into creating a better reality for yourself, for your family, for your friends, for the people that I mean, look at us, we're just talking. You are over there in Mexico, I'm right here in New York. It's amazing. This is really a great opportunity, and I am very, very honored to have the opportunity to talk to you and to meet you. And like I said, I'm looking forward, hopefully before you decide to leave, that I can go to Chable and actually meet you guys and see the team and see the installations. This has been, Rocco, an amazing conversation. You really made being part of this conversation with you, you made a great Monday morning for me, a great start of a weekend or a week. The end of the weekend, beginning of the week. It's been really, really nice to meet you, to have a conversation with you. I feel very encouraged by your journey, very encouraged by your words. And I actually appreciate all the wisdom that you have shared with us today. Honestly, I am very honored, humbled, and thankful for this opportunity that you have given me to have this conversation. And I'm sure that everyone that goes in touch with this video will feel the same. Like you said, the secret is no secret. It's in our minds, it's in our heads, it's in our soul, in our spirit. We just have to tap into it and let it flow, because it's there. It's really there.
Totally. The pleasure was mine, Soribelli, and actually I owe you a public apology because, I let you down twice, and I'm so glad that we made it today, even this early also for you to start your day with me. By the way,
I'm great. I actually believe that everything happens for a reason, and everything in the universe have the perfect timing, the perfect hour, and the perfect day. There's no mistakes. Everything happens, and everything is revealed to us and given to us at the time that we need to have it. So Thank you so much, Rocco, for this opportunity. Big hugs and big wahoo to all the team in Chable. Congratulations for all those awards. Congratulations and a safe journey for all of you. There's going to be a link at the bottom of this that's going to have the contact of your information for your LinkedIn, also have the contact for Chable Hotels if anyone wants to visit this amazing place that I'm looking forward to. That's in my immediate bucket list. Thank you so much and have an amazing day. If you want to say some words, here's your chance to say goodbye to everyone.
Yeah, nothing. Thank you very much for your time again, Soribel. And at the moment, I'm not planning to go anywhere, so you should see me here in Chable for the foreseeable future. Of course, anything can happen, but there are no plans for the moment. And for those who are listening, I hope you enjoy, and please put yourself in a positive mindset. It's going to change your life completely.
Thank you, Rocco. Have a great day.